Welcome to podcast number 14.
Oh my God, you got it right
Is
first
that
time.
actually?
Yeah, it was.
Nah, he's on it today. Mate, well done. You know what? That's because we had a little break. We've been in Vancouver.
Oh yeah, man. Vancouver is lovely, isn't it?
What's your thoughts on Vancouver?
I would say you can definitely feel the difference between Alberta and Vancouver because the city life there is just. We're obviously near Calgary.
Sure.
Massively different city to
Massive.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Like, you feel the energy, and obviously it's
Yeah.
the World Cup, so that probably helped.
That probably helps. Granville Street was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, mate, that was pumping. That's where you
Yeah.
want. If there was anywhere you wanted to be for a World Cup, it was
Yeah.
probably there.
Yeah.
But Canadians are so like the atmosphere. The thing is, when we come from England, football hooliganism is like you feel a bit like, oh, that's a bit close to like,
Yeah,
why are you
but
throwing bottles?
You're not into football so much, are you? So, yeah, being around that. And the Mexican fans are crazy, weren't they?
Fucking people in the air, like throwing them up, and off they go. I thought, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good time. So, yeah, we're in Vancouver for 4 days.
Yeah, stay with
So-
your brother. It was really
Yeah, you met my brother.
Yeah.
It was absolutely awesome. So, spent a little bit of time with them. And, yeah, went to the P&E to watch the Canada game. And they
Yeah.
won
that
5
like
0
5 or 6 nil.
6-0 versus
Yeah.
Qatar. And then we watched the England game that was before. We won 4-2 against Croatia. We'll be there.
Ooh.
England they're going to play today. So watch that after the potty.
Yeah, we're gonna do this podcast and go watch the England game.
Yeah. But yeah, so Vancouver is sweet.
Yeah, really enjoy Vancouver. Which obviously the thing that your brother was saying is rents are crazy there at the moment, and yeah, fair.
He said some numbers to you, didn't he, about house prices? And so funny we talked about in the car to the airport because wouldn't have shouted talking about that if you found out earlier because it's just so crazy, isn't it?
Well, just when you told me, I couldn't believe it. Like the size of the house versus what you get. Fair play to people living in Vancouver.
Yeah.
But what they usually do is just rent out that bottom piece of the house so that you've got an extra bit of income coming in. Blimey neck.
Yes.
Makes Alberta seem a bit cheaper, doesn't it?
Exactly that, exactly. But Vancouver's a much better city than Calgary, isn't it?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, I said that to you before. I was like, you could drop Calgary in any place in America, and it could just be any city.
Yeah.
But Vancouver has, that atmosphere. I mean, obviously it's the World Cup, but I lived there for like 2 years, and we showed you Kitsilano, where we used to live. We showed you downtown, where we used to live, and definitely different to here.
One thing we didn't do was the seawall.
We did not. We could go back to Vancouver, to be fair.
Yeah, we could. But yeah, which means that then into the work mode of what we've been up to. So because of we do the marketing side of things, and that's awesome, and we can talk about some of the things we've been conjuring up over there. But then yesterday we started opening up that door because back in the day I used to code quite a lot, but now obviously with all this option with AI of what you can do, I thought, I have this idea for an app. I wonder how we could use that as a solution. So I had this idea, went away, played with it. By the end of the day, I've got a working app on my phone and thought, cool, this gives us some good opportunities of other spaces as well.
Yeah.
Not only we're in the marketing game, we know how it works. It's definitely a great opportunity in there. And also to have this other arm of a business. We've got plenty of scope here.
There is, yeah. And how is the app? Have you been using the app as
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the whole premise of the app was I was just curious to see what I get up to in a day and how that influences the day. So what I've programmed it to do is ping me every X amount of minutes, say what have I been up to, then I say what I've been up to, and then at the end of the day or at any interval, if I want to see a summary of what's going down, I just push a button, and then it uses AI to say well, this is what's been good about it so far. Here's where you could probably improve.
Yeah.
So essentially a productivity tracker in a way. Just I was curious to see where my time's going and what's going on with it. So far quite liking it, but I need to figure out a way where, because when I do my French lesson for an hour, and obviously I've put it at a 15-minute interval, so it's pinging me
okay.
through the French. So I thought, I need to work out a way that I can either mute it for that time or just figure out maybe does it use my calendar? It knows what I'm up to. I don't know. I'll figure that out. We'll see.
Very cool. Oh, it's very exciting. You've actually been using it properly so far, when it pings you generally?
Yeah. So it's been really interesting to see you can actually do so much right now. Back in the day, I spent months building an app when I was at university, and now the fact that I can get one up and running in a day is, with a user interface, that stuff when you're building for iOS, which is the Apple platform, That used to be so much
Yeah.
more difficult, but now
Yes, but especially now because you have to build apps with the scale insight to then launch on the other devices, don't you? And not just, Apple, then you want a Samsung. Obviously, for what you're building right now, you're just testing something, but it makes it so much easier to ensure that you're doing the right code base and then can adjust it accordingly for each
but
device.
there's actually seems to be a central one that you build it for this and it works on both iOS and Android. So that's what I've built it around. So we'll see. It's something called Expo or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate, super interesting. Crazy
Very
time we
cool.
live in.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
Hmm.
What have I been up to? So for one of our clients, we've been launching some new calculators and lead magnets on their website, and they've absolutely smashed it.
Hmm.
So that's the immigration website, and yes, they run no ads, all SEO, and yeah, we've launched some campaigns for calculators and some lead magnets and just get people's details, and then we follow up through their details, because generally what happens is we would go straight to contact us,
Hmm.
and obviously that's a big step for someone to want to contact them. So what we've done, we've lowered the friction by them opting in with their email address and their details, and then they get free calculators and tools that they can use, and then we get that info, and then if they look qualified, then we contact them that way.
Yeah,
It seems
didn't you say there's like 10 leads coming today?
yeah, 10 leads today, 7 yesterday. Yes.
Organically, man, that is huge.
Yeah, I'll show you how it's absolutely crazy.
That's really cool. I love
So
that.
so that's going really well. What else have we been doing? Obviously, the new business we launched with last week, we're just testing and readjusting their AI SMS, which is
Mhm.
going really well. Then they booked in 5 estimates in the first week,
It's good.
which is really good.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that's the best thing when you launch new ads for a company is always I find like right, we have to see obviously what works. We have to put some spend in there and see where the spend goes, what type of angle resonates, and the fact obviously when you start getting leads in, it's kind of like a little bit of alleviation of pressure to be like, right, cool, this
sure.
is starting to work, which is
Yes,
positive.
it gets that trust, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, for me, it's always no matter what the brand is, it's always I would like to see as soon as the ads go live, just after X amount of spend, where does the spend go? Because it distributes it across different ad sets and ads, you
Mhm.
kind of have to then to see, right, how much do we need to spend to get a qualified lead? And
Yeah,
at the moment, it's they're starting to a number's starting to form, which is quite
cool.
interesting. Mm.
And is there a certain amount of impressions or amount of spend where you actually go, this is a set number? Because obviously, like you said, it's just figuring that out. Is there
Mhm.
like is it a spend, or is it the amount of impressions or
Impressions.
something? Impressions.
Yeah, like impressions versus what their target cost per lead is.
Yeah.
So ideally, I'd like to see an ad hit between 5 and 10,000 impressions, which
Yeah.
gives us a bit of a pool of data. And then we're trying to see, well, how much does it actually cost us for a qualified, not only a cost per lead,
Sure.
but cost per qualified lead.
Yeah.
So that's the thing we need to catch up with them on is, right, we spent X amount. This is the kind of cost per lead we're seeing. What is the actual cost per qualified lead? Because
Mhm.
although we can see their back end, it's just understanding what did that job turn
Yeah.
into? How much revenue they're actually generating from the spend that we've spent so far.
Yeah, because I guess it's one. There's probably two types of qualified right now. It's qualified. Are they in the right area, and do they contact us?
Hmm.
Then also, they then need to go around and do the free estimate, and then are they actually qualified in terms of, do they need the work done, and then do they actually move forward with them
Hmm.
and book the actual estimate as well?
Yeah, that's the thing. As long as we do the part up to where the job gets decided by
Yeah.
the customer, do they go with this company or a different company?
Mhm.
At least we know the process is working.
Yeah.
So you can't control how that company is on in a sales meeting or like a
Yeah.
giving a quote, and you can't control if the customer chooses that company based off of whatever price they
Could
deliver.
be pricing, could be the way that they represent themselves once they turn up. There's a lot of things, but we're not, unless we're knocking on the door or ringing them, we're just not in control of that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably know a bit more about their business in terms of what they offer versus what we. I
Yeah.
mean, we could probably figure it out, but at the same time, they've been doing it for years. So let's just like let
Yeah.
them do that part of the
Mhm.
work.
So yeah, so that's been going well. And yeah, we just launched our new Serenium AI website.
Yes,
For
awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's super nice. So we're just letting that rank now, and then yeah, we're gonna launch just figuring out a new angles for some ads.
Yeah,
So we're launching new ads.
yeah. I think what we've done this week is we've really because we were getting such not tire kickers, but we were getting people that just weren't the right fit. So we need to really hone in the messaging from our own ads, and obviously in B2B, bit more costly than
Sure.
B2C. So what we've done now is we've put potentially too much friction in it
Mhm.
because we've spent nearly 1,000 with one qualified lead, and now we just need to figure out, pull down the friction a bit more, but
Yeah,
also get the angle right so that when we've got this client acquisition system for us, that it works and it's like a
sure.
tap, just on
Yes.
and off. And then we can just, if we've got too many sales calls, we then could turn it off or put people in the
Yeah.
places to be able to close.
Yeah, because initially we had so many leads, but it was all unqualified. Now we've gone the other way because first we were just doing the form and some ads, and then we've gone landing page qualification
Mm,
through the ads, and then it's gone the other way. So we just need somewhere in the middle of that friction, don't
yeah.
we? So
I'm very excited to find that perfect balance. Like any business, you just have to figure out what that perfect balance is. And then when you get it right, that's when you're like, ah,
it's dream time.
that's dream time, baby.
Yeah. Then you get too many leads, and that's another problem.
Well, that's it. Business is always solving problems, mate.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. That's like someone saying, "I don't want to go to the gym because I don't want my arms to get too big."
An old Robbie metaphor. For those that don't know, Robbie's metaphors are. I've even started to write them down. I thought maybe I could make a book out of this one day. What are Robbie's metaphors?
On my tombstone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, is that it for this week? Go
I'd say
watch.
yeah, because we've been away for a few days and obviously taking it a little bit easy whilst we've been away. Obviously, still doing bits of work, but not being 12-hour days. It's been we've been exploring, doing some bits.
Yeah.
So not too much to report on this week, but just to give that insight of what's been going on our ends, and also just looking at other ways that we can leverage our time
Mm.
because we're in a world at the moment where your time is so precious. And
Yeah.
where do you distribute it to get the most
Yeah.
leverage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about that, as you say, I'm gonna start. We're gonna because Adam does the marketing side, the ads side, and I do the website and that type of thing. What I'm gonna start doing is doing free audits for people.
Mhm.
So find people with websites in different areas around Canada, doing a loom, talking about their website, how they can improve it, how they can get more conversions. Because there's different sides to the website. One, you need to get people to come to your website. You can do that organically through socials, through Google, or through paid ads. And then once you get people to your website, then there's the other thing, how many people convert.
Mhm.
So it says looking at these websites, doing a quick audit for them, and then sending the audit through, and then yeah, potentially giving them a ring and being like, "Hey, send you an audit. What's your thoughts? Can you take on more work right now? This
Mhm.
is what we can do for you."
Yeah, absolutely. It's very interesting to see how that's going to go and just trying to build a relationship. Because realistically, what happens is it's just one in, right? It's just one in, a problem that we solve that people want to then take advantage of. And
Mhm.
then there's a whole plethora of things that we can offer. I actually got approached yesterday or the day before. Somebody was messaging me about their client in the home services niche. They're struggling with them. They just want to find out a little bit more information about how they could be better with them. And I was like, "Oh, what are you offering?" And they're just doing the ads angle. They're
Mm.
just doing the ads. I've doing and some organic social. But then obviously I saw the website they had, the landing page, and I was just kind
It's
of
such
like,
a big difference. If you could be the best person at ads,
yeah,
but if you send them to a poor landing page, you're not converting. So you
yeah,
might get the leads on the page, but if you're getting low conversions, it's all every part of the funnel can't have. It needs to be solid. You can't have any holes in the bucket because then all the numbers are off.
absolutely. But also not on top of the website, etc. It's what's the type of ad you're using, what kind of cost per acquisition are you focusing on? And she was saying they're running about £10 a day, which is like $20 a day. And I was like,
That's gonna take a long time to figure out what's working.
yeah, right. And my point was, she said, "Oh, we're trying to go for £10 a lead," and I was like, "Oh, hun, you are looking at £10 a lead when the job is
Mm,
probably around about 10K
yeah,
and the margins are on 30%. That's a 3K margin of profit.
yeah.
Do you think Facebook is
£10 a
going to
lead.
give you £10 lead for that? Nah, they're not stupid. They know you could probably be spending up to a grand for a qualified
Yeah.
acquisition. Realistically, obviously, you want to pull it down as low as possible. But yeah, you just got to think of the big picture and how it all fits in like a puzzle. That's what I would say. Hopefully,
Mhm.
someone's gone, oh, that's quite insightful when they hear this, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Mhm. All right.
So we go on to another good week, mate.
Yeah, on to another good week. We'll go watch England. Hopefully, win against Ghana now.
Oh, they should do. Come on,
Have some lunch, and then I'm gonna make some more some Loom videos and get some more clients, baby.
let's go.
Woo! Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.